What's going on, baseball fans? Happy Sunday night. We've had some more moves today. Sonny Gray going to the Twins. Could Nelson Cruz be nearing a decision? Are the Padres looking to make some moves? Bullpen arms signing left and right. Let's get to it. And what is going on, baseball fans? Hello. 200 people to start things off. What is going on? A lot of familiar faces in the chat here. Jacob Toon, what is going on? Will, hello. Nathan, hello. Ethan, what's going on? Joseph Sloan, what's going on? How are we doing? Randy, hello. Who else we got in here? We got Noah, what's going on? Timothy, hello. Genetic, what's going on? How are we doing? Danny Dubs, hello. Nathan Boucher, what's going on? Brady Henniger, what's going on? How are we doing? What is going on? Andrew Gwynn, I'm seeing in the chat. Brad, Sam ZG, what's going on? How are we doing, everyone? Hello to everyone here. Hey, not really any big moves yet again. Still waiting on Freddie Freeman. Still waiting on Carlos Correa. Still waiting on Story. Still waiting on Kris Bryant. We're waiting on all the big names, but at least we are having some smaller moves happen. And I thought a lot of these moves were pretty solid today. I actually really like what the Red Sox did today, adding a couple of lefties for the bullpen. We're going to get into that. An old friend of the Red Sox, Adam Ottavino, heading to the New York Mets. I actually thought that was an okay move. I think that's going to be good. The Sonny Gray trade, most of all, though. We're going to talk about that. We're going to break it down. Looking like on paper, the Twins won that trade by a mile, and I'll get into that here in just a little bit. But before I do get started, hit that subscribe button, everyone. We are drawing ever so closer to 20,000 subscribers. We are drawing close. We are almost within 500 subscribers. So if you are new, think about hitting that subscribe button. Everyone, if you can, smash that like button right now. It's going to help it get out there into the algorithm. But everyone, also think about subscribing or signing up for a membership. It's only 99 cents a month. You get access to a private Discord to talk about baseball throughout the day. We are about 10 or 11, can't remember the number, but around 10 more members away from 100 members. Never thought I would have 100 members on this channel, but thank you to all the new members that have been signing up recently. So I'm seeing a super chat coming in right away. JW Taylor. It's going to pop up here in a second. Where are the signings? Where do we think Cruz is going? Oh, Beat and Cozy. What's going on, my friend? Welcome. That is helping us get to 100 members. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. But JW Taylor, I am seeing your super chat. It's not popping up. It's not popping up on the screen just yet, but where are the signings? I think the big one that we're waiting on, Freddie Freeman is kind of that big domino, because once Freeman goes, well, then you can look at Matt Olson, then you can look at someone like Anthony Rizzo, but then you can look at, well, you got these other bats that are out there too. Once Freeman, I think, goes, you're going to start seeing some other guys going off the board as well. And there is the super chat. Thank you for starting us off with a $1.99 super chat. Nelson Cruz, my pick, probably going to be the Padres. That's where I think. I definitely think he could go to the Dodgers, but I think the Padres need him more. I definitely think they need his bat just way more than the Dodgers do. The Dodgers already have a good amount of bats, but will the Padres go that extra mile for Nelson Cruz? we're going to have to wait and see. But let's get into the moves that have happened today. Let's kind of just run through everything that's happened. We will be on the lookout for any other moves. Hopefully something breaks during the stream. The last few nights haven't really had anything juicy happen during the streams. Could tonight be the night? Oh, another member. Colt Kid 12 Tactical. What is going on? A new member. Hello, hello. Helping us get closer to 100 people. So, but let's get to it, everyone. Let's get to it. Thank you, Colt Kid 12, for signing up for a membership. So let's get to it here. Sonny Gray. This was the big one today. The Reds trading Sonny Gray to the Twins. I've been talking about the Twins for Sonny Gray for quite some time now. I thought that was a really nice fit for both sides. It wasn't, I mean, in the end, it didn't cost the Twins really anything to get Sonny Gray. It wasn't going to cost you all that much compared to these other guys out there, but they ran away with this trade. Let's go take a look at it here. And I also have the trade pulled up here on baseball trade values. I'm still seeing a lot of hate out there for baseball trade values. And I don't know, what do they got to do to prove to all these people that this is the best trade simulator out there? Over a 95% accuracy rate on over 250 real life trades. And I'm not even affiliated with baseball trade values. I just respect what they are doing over there. However, this was one trade that did not get approved by their simulator, and let's get into it here. So, again, the story here, Sonny Gray going to the Twins. I think it's a really good pickup for the Minnesota Twins. They really need starting pitching. I've been telling all of you for a little while now, don't sleep on the Minnesota Twins. They have a good offense. They got some pretty good arms in that bullpen. They just needed some starting pitching. Sonny Gray, hey, that's going to help a lot. Dylan Bundy, how much is that going to help? Not quite sure, but they're stockpiling arms. They're trying to get more starting pitching. And according to, I believe it was John Heyman today, they're looking to add some more starting pitching. So we'll go take a look at some other starting pitchers here in a second. But the big part, at least to me, I think a lot of people are obviously focusing on the fact that the Twins got Sonny Gray, which, yeah, absolutely, that's great. But man, I could not help but notice how easy the Reds got off. Or how easy the Twins got off with this trade. The Reds, they barely got anything. I do like Chase Petty quite a lot. What are we seeing? Someone's saying, yeah, everyone, if you got a deal, if there's something like, if there is something important, please just, if it's like a Freddie Freeman kind of a thing, let me know in the chat. So let's get to this trade here. So taking a look at this, let's look at Sonny Gray first. Let's look at Sonny Gray, and let's talk about what Sonny Gray is going to bring to the table. Also, let me get some music going here. Here we go. So Sonny Gray, taking a look here, he was under 30 starts last year. So that's something to consider. 26 starts though, 135 innings. Had the 155 Ks over the 135 innings. ERA a little bit above a 4. However, FIP a little bit lower, just under a 4 right there. But 10 strikeouts per 9, around 3 walks per 9, a home run per 9. He's just going to give you a solid arm for the middle of the rotation. For the Twins at the moment, let me pull up here the depth chart for the Twins. So, we got a new member, William Kitty. That's our third new member of the night. William, thank you so much. Man, oh man, we are getting so close to 100 members. So close. For the 3 new members, go to the community tab on the channel and you will find the link to the Discord. So go find that and then you can talk about baseball whenever you want. So, taking a look at the Twins rotation here. Sonny Gray, right now, because the Twins starting pitching is so thin, he is now your ace. He is considered your opening day guy. But according to, I forget who it was, I think it might have been Heyman that said it today, they are looking for another arm. However, I do like Bailey Ober. I do like Joe Ryan. They put up some pretty decent numbers last year. They came over in the Nelson Cruz trade with the Rays. I really liked those 2 guys coming over. So they need another guy. They're not quite there. I do like Sonny Gray, but to me, he's like a 3 in your rotation, a very good 4 in your rotation. But I look at him as like a 3rd starter. Ryan C, thank you for subscribing. For me personally, Sonny Gray, he's not an ace. I look at him as a number 3. But let's take a look at the trade. This trade was a complete fleece. And I know a lot of people, they want to, jump on baseball trade values, saying, "Oh my God, that website's just not accurate," blah, blah, blah. So if you look at the total values here, John Bitzer, the owner of Baseball Trade Values, he had to plug in $20 million of cash to make it happen. But ignore that. The only reason he put the cash was to get the trade to be approved by the simulator. There was no cash in this deal. It was only Chase Petty going to the Reds. Only Chase Petty. And if you look at Chase Petty, right around a $5 million value. With Chase Petty, I think that's a reasonable value. He was just drafted. Yeah, Chase Petty, he's going to give you some nasty stuff. If we go take a look here at Mr. Chase Petty. So back in the draft this past year, this is one of the hardest throwing arms in the entire draft. This kid, 18 years old and just throwing straight gas, getting into the upper 90s. So, man, oh man, you're getting a very good arm with Chase Petty. However, he's a very young arm. He's very far away. There's a lot of he's mostly potential at this point. You don't know what you're getting with him. Sure, 70 fastball. He's got a big slider as well. Let me actually pull up here on Reds top prospects. Give you a little more. I don't know why Baseball America, they're not showing his what happened to the page? They're not showing his grades. So let me go to MLB Pipeline. He is now their number 4 prospect. Everyone, please do not spam in the chat. Please do not spam in the chat. Richard Parker, $2 super chat. I like Dykman to the Sox. I like that too. We're going to get to that here in a second. So Chase Petty, looking at him, again, big fastball. He's got a very good slider, 55. I would even say, when I was looking at it, when I was watching highlights of Chase Petty a little while back, that to me, man, 60 slider, I would say, honestly. I think they're going a little low on his slider, but he's got a changeup as well. Fangraphs, they grade him lower with his control. They're topping him out at a 45, which is below average. Pipeline gives him a 50. Could they work with him? Maybe get his control a little bit better. We'll have to wait and see. But with Chase Petty, again, he's a high velocity arm, good slider, but he has a lot of reliever risk as well. Like a lot of teams thought maybe he projects more to be a reliever. William, thank you for subscribing. So that's the problem with Chase Petty. A very good arm, but you're not looking at a ton of value, at least as of right now. Now, the Reds, they have done really well when it comes to, these high velocity arms. I'm very excited for Hunter Green. That's going to be a really exciting one. Do like Nick Lodolo as well. It's a good arm to add. However, the problem that I have with this trade for the Reds is that this is all you got. I mean, I would have liked Chase Petty in a package. I thought that would have been really nice. At least get another prospect or two, but only Chase Petty? That's all you got. But here's the reason why the Reds only got Chase Petty. Because they've been basically just saying to the world that, yeah, we're cutting costs. Yeah, we're looking to sell. That's a horrible strategy. What are you doing? You're giving up all your leverage at that point. So the Twins, they went to the Reds and they said, okay, all right, well, we'll give you Chase Petty. He was the 26th pick last year. We'll give you Petty. I like Petty a lot, but I just don't think it was enough. But that's on the Reds right there. Filthy Free, thank you for subscribing. So, hey, maybe he turns into something down the road. We'll have to wait and see. But the Twins, the fact that they only had to give up Petty for Sonny Gray, who might I add, he's not a free agent for a couple of years. You got him for 2 more years. So, or is it, or you got a 23 team option for next season. So I would imagine the Twins would probably exercise that. He's cheap. He's 4 years, $38 million. So that's why you are seeing a good, solid value with him, a $28 million value. He's under, he's got control. He's not expensive. He's a good arm for your rotation. I like it a lot. And they got Progrero as well. This is a guy, he's going to be basically minor league depth at this point. Put up some numbers last year. He had 28 games overall. But not great numbers by any means. In 2019, over 22 starts, or over 22 games, sorry, he had 15 strikeouts per 9. So he is a big arm. So maybe there, could be something there out of the Dominican Republic. So maybe he could turn into something for the Twins as well. Maybe at some point I don't know, blossom into maybe a decent reliever for the Twins down the road. Overall, the Twins win this trade by a mile. Now, and again, I've seen some arguments too saying, oh, Chase Petty should be valued way higher than this. Well, even if you did value him, let's say you bumped him up to 10, 15 million, you're still far away at that point. You should have gotten another prospect. I would imagine this was probably the best offer the Reds got. And they thought, okay, I don't know. To me, I don't know. If they're really trying to cut costs, I would say if this was the best you were getting, hang on to him until the trade deadline, and then see what you can get then when teams that really could use some starting pitching for the stretch run. But if they're really that desperate to get rid of this contract, and I guess, but I don't know. Overall, the Reds, as of right now, they lost this trade by a mile, but who knows? Maybe Petty could blossom into something down the road. Who knows? Maybe even if he turns into a shutdown closer, hey, maybe that could end up being a good thing for the Reds. But for the Twins, I like the move. I think it's really good. It's a step in the right direction. Don't sleep on the Minnesota Twins. You got a very good lineup here. Really like it a lot. You just made the trade for Kiner-Falefa yesterday. A really nice addition for shortstop. Ryan Jeffers now is going to be your catcher. He's going to give you really good defense. I like what the Twins are doing. I like with Kiner-Falefa. He's going to give you good defense at shortstop. He's going to give you some speed. You're going to get some really good defense with Ryan Jeffers. I really like what they're doing here. If Byron Buxton can just stay healthy, oh man, this Twins lineup could be really good. They're already improving defensively with Ryan Jeffers and Falefa, which is really good. Here's where I like the Twins. Here's where I really like the Twins. They're very strong up the middle, especially defensively. Byron Buxton, if he's healthy, very solid for center field. Kiner-Falefa, as well as Jorge Polanco up the middle in the infield, and then Ryan Jeffers at catcher. They are very strong up the middle here. Really like this a lot. Do not sleep on the Minnesota Twins. If they can get another pitcher, I think this is a team you cannot turn your back to them at all. So we'll have to wait and see what else the Twins do. Overall, a very good move for the Twins. Could Chase Petty become something for the Reds down the road? We'll have to wait and see. But let's take a look here at our next story. Let's move on to the San Diego Padres. It's looking like, we've heard this now for a little while, but it surfaced again as a story today. Aggressively shopping Hosmer and Myers. So let's go take a look at this. And yes, I am seeing in the chat as well, Jock Peterson drawing some interest. So let's, I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But honestly, I think for the Guardians, that could be a pretty nice move. I think for the Guardians, if you could add another outfielder and a veteran one and Jock Peterson, I think that could be pretty good. I'll get to that here in a little bit. Let me talk about the Padres here. So getting to the story. So Eric Hosmer and Will Myers have been regulars in trade rumors for months, and that status has not changed now that the lockout is over. The Padres have been aggressively shopping both players in trade talks in an effort to clear some salary and roster space. Now, let me pull up here the Padres. They just did increase the CBT, so they do have some more flexibility there, but they're trying to get even more flexibility. So currently, their payroll sits at 217, right around 218 million. So that CBT now is at 230 million. So they got a little more wiggle room there. But before, they were over the CBT. Remember, it was at 210 million. So by getting rid of Hosmer, you're going to be clearing off. Mike M., thank you for subscribing. With Hosmer, you're going to be clearing off 20 million right there, which would give them a lot of flexibility when it came to maybe bringing in another free agent. It depends on what Nelson Cruz is looking for. We'll talk about him in a little bit, but you should be able to add someone like Nelson Cruz. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe he's looking for a little bit more money. We'll have to wait and see. But by clearing off Eric Hosmer and maybe even Will Myers as well, you're looking at around $43 million of payroll space right there. So let's take a look. What could maybe a potential trade look like? Who are some teams? Like, I'm going to tell you right now, E-Rock TV, as a Cards fan, very happy. Happy. The Reds will suck. Okay. The Reds, it's unfortunate, man, that the Reds are going in the direction they're going, because they've had, man, they just must be really tight on money, man. Must be really tight on money. So, but let's take a look. With Eric Hosmer, they are so underwater on this contract. This is like Eric Hosmer is the equivalent of you just bought like a brand new car and you financed the whole thing, and you just like got into an accident or something, and it's like all just mangled. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much Eric Hosmer. Eric Hosmer, at the moment, has a negative $50 million value. Why? He's got a big contract. He still has how many more years left on that contract? He's not getting any younger. He hasn't produced. He's had injuries. He's just not. He's a bad contract. It's going to be very tough for the Padres to clear off this contract. I've been saying this now for a little while. Wardy is in the chat. Wardy, hello, my friend. Hello. I saw you streaming earlier. You're going at it. Going hard at the paint, man. Man, we're hoping for some news tonight, Wardy. Hoping for something tonight. Would be nice. Let me actually check let me check Twitter here. Anything going on? Nope. Freddie Freeman, can you please do something? Come on, my friend. Trevor Story, can you come to my Red Sox, please? Is that too much to ask? But Eric Hosmer, they're underwater on this. Again, this is like getting a brand new car and you got into an accident and now you owe all this money on the car and you have a mangled car. So it's going to be very tough to get rid of Hosmer unless you put him with a good prospect. I would imagine they're probably not going to want to give cash. You could essentially just give cash, to kind of like the situation with Nolan Arenado. Nolan Arenado was very similar. He had a negative value, and they had to pay the difference of that. The Rockies were underwater on that contract. The mistake that the Rockies made was signing him to this massive extension in the first place, and then and then they just ended up trading him a couple years later. That was the mistake they made, was the extension. If you weren't going to hang on to the guy, I mean, you should have just traded him before you even signed him. I don't know. So same thing's going on with Hosmer here. You're going to, sure, you could put money with it like the Rockies did with Arenado, but with the Padres, they're trying to gain payroll flexibility by paying some of his contract. I guess you could pay some of it, but they're looking for as much flexibility as possible. I would imagine with the new CBT, they already have an extra, like 13 million of flexibility, on that payroll now. So I guess with Hosmer, you're looking at how much does he have left on that deal? Let me go. Eric Hosmer. Around $60 million, I believe. So if they paid, I don't know, half of it, that would, let's say he's making what, 20 million this year, 21 million. So if they paid, I don't know, 10 million of it, that gives them 11 million of more flexibility. So that would be 24 million overall. But I don't know. So maybe they will pay a little bit, but I guess it depends on how much flexibility they're looking for. Maybe they're trying to make as much room as possible to bring in someone like Castellanos, and maybe that's why they're looking at Nelson Cruz, because maybe they're unable to find something for Eric Hosmer, and they just got to go with someone that they can fit. They probably don't want to go over that CBT. I guarantee ownership is like just a no-no on that. They were over the CBT last year and didn't even make the playoffs. So ownership right there is the same. No, you're not going over that CBT. So you got to figure out a way to deal Hosmer. That's going to be very difficult though. Negative $50 million. If you put a prospect with him, that would definitely help. So I don't know. I've been seeing some people out there maybe saying my Red Sox. No. When I say some people out there, I don't mean any big names or anything like that. Just people on Twitter. And I've seen a couple of suggestions with the Red Sox. I don't know if I'm pretty excited for Tristan Casas. I think he's going to be a really good player. I don't know where really. I don't know. I think Cass is going to be awesome. Michael, thank you for subscribing. So do we really want to get Hosmer? I don't know. But whatever. Let me set up a trade here just for the sake of it. So Hosmer. The one thing the Red Sox could send back, you could send back Dahlback here. I think Dahlback is a trade piece. So that's around $13 million right there. So this is why I think the Red Sox could be a good partner for Eric Hosmer or with the Padres, because Chaim Bloom, this is what Chaim Bloom likes to do. He likes to bring back. He doesn't care about bringing back bad contracts if it can get him some prospects. Baseball Sports Talk, $4.99. I think the Phillies go Kris Bryant left field. They're trying to go cheap in center field by platooning Adubel and Veerling, so I think they spend big in left field instead of Schwarber. Definitely possible. I definitely think so. If you can get Kris Bryant, especially with Harper really, trying to get him, or trying to get Dombrowski to get him, they got a lot of flexibility now, so they could get Kris Bryant. I think it's going to be one of those two. I think it's going to be either Kris Bryant or Kyle Schwarber. That's what I think. But Kris Bryant would be very nice. Either one of those bats at the top of the order is going to be really good. I've said this until I've been blue in the face. The Phillies need a top of the order bat. They did very bad with on-base percentage near the top of the order last year. Chris, just subscribe. What's going on? So let's get back to this here. Again, I'm just for giggles. This is no rumor or anything out there. I'm just kind of showing you what it would take to have to give up Eric Hosmer. So with the Red Sox, you could just send back Dahlback. That could be something. So, but you're going to have to, Chaim Bloom, he will get creative. I mean, look what he did with Jackie Bradley Jr. He got very creative. He brought back a couple of prospects by bringing on a bad contract with Jackie Bradley Jr. He took advantage of it. So, ended up, bringing in a couple of pretty decent bats. So, I'm pretty excited about the bats that he brought in. But he did the same thing with the Yankees, with Ottavino. He basically just took Ottavino's contract from the Yankees, and then they got Frank Herman, which is a decent pitching prospect. So, Chaim Bloom will do anything he can to bring in prospects. So, let's take a look at some prospects. Now, we got negative $50 million to work with here. Could you? Maybe. It's funny because the Red Sox, they've been in the rumors in the past couple of years about maybe trading Christian Vasquez. Could you maybe bring back Campusano? Maybe something like that. But you're still a ways away from, unless the Red Sox don't mind, taking that much negative equity back. But maybe they could get a couple of more. But Campusano, that would help lighten the load a little bit. You could put in a little bit of cash, I guess. So let's just say $10 million. But now you're still pretty far away at this point. You would have to add another guy. I don't know. Paddock? Could you do Paddock? I don't know. Maybe a change of scenery could be good for Chris Paddock. And then, but I don't know. At this point, you're still kind of far away here. It's going to be hard. Basically, my point here is it's going to be really difficult to get rid of Hosmer because when you have this much negative equity, it's tough. That's why the Rockies, they had to give $50 million because Nolan Arenado had a negative $50 million value. They had to give the money to make up the difference, So that's the same thing with a car loan. If you're underwater on it, you got to pay the difference, right? You can't just have that negative equity just magically disappear. So, but it's going to be really hard to get rid of Hosmer. Could you maybe do a Robert Hassel? Maybe? A little Robert Hassel. It might be tough to swallow for Padres fans, but could be something. Thomas, what's going on? How are we doing? I don't think you do Campusano and Hassel. That's probably not going to happen. But with Hassel, you are getting a little closer. What is Bob Nightingale saying? I'm telling you, everyone. It says right here, the Astros certainly not giving up on the pursuit of Carlos Correa. Mark Berman tweeted earlier, Astros owner Jim Crane said he would re-engage with free agent shortstop Carlos Correa, and the Astros have done just that. I'm telling you, everyone, I've been saying this for months. Don't be surprised if he goes back to the Astros, because every team has some kind of an excuse. The Yankees, they got Peraza and Volpe. Even if they trade one of them, you're still going to have another one. The Cubs, they don't want to go long-term contracts. The Red Sox, you got Bogarts. Who knows what's happening with him? Savdad, just subscribe. What's going on? A lot of teams have excuses for, there's something there where it's, you could make it work, but someone is going to have to move to a different position, or a team doesn't want to go that many years. It's like the Dodgers. That was an example too. Well, they got Trey Turner. So, yeah, sure, you could bring Correa in, move Turner back to second, and then if Turner becomes a free agent, well, then at least you have Correa. But they've already told Trey Turner that he was going to be their shortstop. So, I'm just saying, there's a lot of all the teams that are connected with Correa, there's something holding them back a little bit. I don't know. And the Red Sox, I don't see the Red Sox spending that kind of money. I just don't. That's why they brought in Chaim Bloom. John Henry does not want to spend the big bucks. That's why he brought in Chaim Bloom to take over Dave Dombrowski. Every time I see someone suggesting Carlos Correa to the Red Sox, I'm like, have you seen anything Chaim Bloom has done for the last couple of years? He does not do that. They don't do that. That's why that ownership group, they wanted him to come to Boston. So that's not how the Red Sox roll. With Dave Dombrowski, yeah, the pendulum shifted that way at that time. It's a different time now. The Red Sox, they were tired of being this up and down team. Win a World Series, last place the next season. Win a World Series, don't make the playoffs the next season. Ownership group, they don't think that's good money. I do not see them bringing in Carlos Correa. So that, I don't know. The only two teams that made, honestly, no, the one team that made the most sense on paper, were the Orioles. Really, when you think about it. I know some of you are thinking, huh? But the Orioles were, like, made the most sense. They could use a star. You got a ever-growing, the competition just keeps on growing in the AL East, but they have a lot of prospects coming up. The guy that drafted Carlos Correa runs the Orioles now. It made a lot of sense for the Orioles to get involved. But if he doesn't want to go there, well, then then that kills the whole thing. So to me, the team that made the most sense were the Astros. Out of all of them, the Yankees have something going on. Like the Cubs, they don't want to go that length. The Red Sox, they don't want to go that length or that money. The Dodgers, they already have Trey Turner. The Astros make the most sense, and I've been saying that from the start. I was thinking, like, all right, well, if he doesn't want to go if he doesn't want to go back, then okay, well, then what are these other teams out here? Maybe what I predicted the Nationals, because I know the Nationals, they have a lot of guys that are Scott Boras clients. So, Carlos Correa shifted over to Scott Boras now. So I thought, hey, maybe the Nationals, they're kind of retooling right now. Maybe have a star with Carlos Correa. If Juan Soto, they can't get him locked up. Well, at least they have Carlos Correa for the long run. But you could still have Juan Soto and Carlos Correa. So, but honestly, I've been saying this ever since the offseason started. I was saying this in the playoffs. Don't be surprised if he just goes back to the Astros. I know it's exciting to think like, big names going to a different team. It's always exciting, but this would be the boring thing to happen. But at the end of the day, it still makes the most sense to me. So I'm not, we'll have to wait and see. Could they get a deal together? Maybe he really did want to leave, and maybe he's not getting the contract. Honestly, no, hold on. Let me backtrack a little bit here. I thought the Tigers made the most sense. From the very beginning, I thought the Tigers made the most sense. And the Astros, they were like the next team that made the most sense. I thought the Tigers were going to get him. It seemed perfect. They were ready to take a step forward. They needed a shortstop. Got a lot of top names coming up in the minor leagues. I thought the Detroit Tigers were going to be the team. And then they got Javier Baez. So the Tigers did make him an offer. I think that's what's going on here. Honestly, I think he has been obviously looking at what other teams are saying. And I just think he's probably not getting the offers that he wants. So maybe the Astros can get creative with a deal. Maybe give him a deal with some opt-outs. But we'll have to keep an eye on this. This is very interesting. But I'm not surprised at all. I've always thought the Astros were going to get back in on this. Because what, are you just going to let him go? I don't know. I mean, you could go Jeremy Pena, but I don't know. Anyway, back to the Padres here. Back to the Padres. So again, Eric Hosmer, he is... Oh, I'm seeing the Angels too, Craig. With the Angels, I feel like they're going a little different with how they're spending money. They need pitching. They got all the position players already. Yeah, that could make sense. Correa to the Angels, they need a shortstop. But do they want to spend that money? I don't know. So I wonder if maybe they go after Jonathan VR and then maybe move Fletcher to short. I could see something like that. So I don't think the Angels are going to be giving out these big contracts. They've already given out a ton. So, and then there's the Marlins I'm seeing in the chat as well. I mean, Derek Jeter basically left because they won't spend money. So he wanted Nick Castellanos, according to CC Sabathia. And to me, Nick Castellanos was the guy. And Derek Jeter is probably thinking, dude, we got to get this bat. Our offense stunk. We need a bat. And I guess if the ownership wasn't giving him the go-ahead to go get someone like Castellanos, well, they're not going to get Carlos Correa. So anyway, but Hosmer, he's going to be really difficult to move. Now, I've talked about this before. I think Will Myers is easier to move because at least Will Myers, he is going to give you some kind of numbers. he's going to be okay with. He's not going to be the worst bat. I think he's definitely a negative value player, but he's going to give you something. He's going to give you a little on base, a little slugging. Honestly, I think Will Myers would fit really well at Fenway Park. I've been saying this now ever since the Mookie Betts trade talks a couple of years ago. I was like, hey, if we can bring back maybe Will Myers in that trade, I think he could fit really well at Fenway Park. Will Myers with got that monster to play with a little bit. Right-handed bat. The Red Sox have been looking for a right-handed bat. They've been talking to Trevor Story. They've been talking, to Seiya Suzuki. They traded away Hunter Renfroe, brought in Jackie Bradley Jr., who I guess today they asked, the Red Sox, like, hey, what are you thinking about Jackie Bradley Jr.? And they were saying, oh, well, he's looking like our right fielder. I was telling everyone that from the very beginning. Don't be surprised if Jackie Bradley Jr. is the opening day right fielder for the Red Sox. He's going to give you good defense. The Red Sox did not do good defensively in right field last year. Hunter Renfroe, yes, he had a lot of assists, which is very nice, and that's going to get the highlight plays. It's going to get on the highlight reel on ESPN or whatever, or on MLB.com. But the day-to-day defensively was not very good out there for the Red Sox. But Will Myers, if you take a look at his bat, he's a pull guy. He would give you something out here. He's a right fielder. So Will Myers, Jackie Bradley Jr. as a platoon in right field, your defense is going to be fine with those two, honestly. Or you could just have him play. You could have Will Myers play left. Act a fool. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for subscribing. You could have Will Myers just play left for the Red Sox, and then you could just have Kike play center, and you can have Verdugo maybe play right, or whatever. Honestly, I think Will Myers would be a great fit for Fenway Park. He pulls. I think he'd be a really good hitter at Fenway Park. And if the Red Sox I could see Chaim Bloom doing a trade like this. Because if you bring in Will Myers, well, they're going to have to make up the difference in the when it comes to the negative equity of Will Myers. So let me get rid of the cash here. So the Red Sox, I don't know, maybe you don't have to give up Dahl back, but they could maybe you don't even have to get Hassel. Honestly, like if you did, let me do this. Maybe have his Campusano, because I don't know what it is. The Red Sox don't seem to be sold on Christian Vasquez. Like, he has been in the rumor mill. He's not in the rumor mill currently. You're not hearing his name popping up, but he has been. He has been in the rumor mill. Thank God they hung on to him last year because he ended up having that walk-off home run in the playoffs, so that was cool. So, but maybe take Hassel out, put Campusano in here, and then maybe send back. Maybe not Dahl back because you're getting an outfielder here, but maybe you can just send back a couple of prospects. And then for the Red Sox, they're getting a really good catching prospect in Campusano. So let's do, instead of Dahl back, let's take him off. Where are we at here? Here we go. Dahl back. Let's put him off. Could you do Duran? If you're gonna get Myers, maybe you could send Duran back. And maybe if it's not Campusano, maybe you could do, I don't know, maybe Paddock. Maybe not Paddock. Let's go back to Hassel. I don't know, maybe Duran and something else. And then Myers and Hassel can go back to the Red Sox. Here's the thing, everyone. If the Padres get rid of Eric Hosmer, I will be shocked. Like, I will be stunned. I think they're stuck with that contract. I really do. I think it's going to be way too difficult unless they want to attach cash. That's the only way I think they're going to be able to do it. Because do they want to give up these top prospects along with Hosmer? That's going to be a lot of prospect equity to part with Hosmer, or to partner with Hosmer to get rid of him. With Myers, it's a little more digestible. Negative 12 million, negative 13. And with, if you maybe put Hassel, but then for the Padres, they could get someone like Duran back. Let's say it's not Hassel. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they did Campusano. They were talking about Campusano in the Mookie Betts trade. Remember, before they traded Mookie Betts to the Dodgers, the Padres were heavily involved. And Campusano's name was coming up, and the Padres, they just couldn't get a deal together. Don't be surprised. Christian Vasquez, he is going to be, I think he's a free agent after this year. And the Red Sox, they do have a couple of catching prospects in the minors. You do have Hernandez, who they got recently. And they have Connor Wong as well. But, if you got someone like Campusano. Oh, we got a member. I thought that said Aaron Boone. Aaron Bain, what's going on, my friend? We're drawing closer to 100 members. We're getting close. So, but looking at Christian Vasquez, he is a free agent. Let's do this. I don't know. Maybe we can get a little creative. Let's put Campusano. So I know the Padres. If we go take a look at the Padres here. Oh, another member. Papa Joke has become a member. We are so close to 100 members. Oh, man. How many new members have we got? 1, 2. I think we got 5 new members. I think we were at 89 members not too long ago. And so I think we're at 94 now. Man, we're getting close to that milestone. But as of right now, you have Austin Nola. I mean, Austin Nola, he's not getting any younger. He's 32. So, he didn't play a lot last year. He was hurt last year. Could you have Nola be, they got Victor Caratini. So I don't know. What do you do? Maybe you could send back Christian Vasquez in this deal. But then again, who's going to be your catcher for the Red Sox this year? So I don't see that happening. Everyone, please, no spamming. No spamming. No spamming. Moderators, where are you at? Where are you at? What do we got here? What is Buster Olney saying? All right, so Buster Olney tweeting about Carlos Correa as well. Given the offers Carlos Correa got before the lockout, his previous agency would be in position to claim a majority of whatever he gets. If Correa signs for 1 year now, could he go back to the Astros for a year and go out to free agency next year? That's an interesting little wrinkle. I don't know. Would it matter all that much? I don't know. But taking a look. So if the Red Sox, could you get Campusano in this? Maybe. I don't know. I think, so just to kind of recap everything, it's going to be hard to get rid of Hosmer. I think Myers is going to be easier to trade. I could see the Red Sox getting involved. That's just how Heimblum operates. If he can bring back a couple of prospects, even if it means taking on a bad contract, he'll do it. And I think someone like Will Myers could really fit at Fenway Park. I think his bat fits there. He's a pull guy. I think he would work well with the Monster. He would give them a little more defense out there. We'll have to wait and see. But the Padres, they're looking to make some moves. But speaking of the Padres, they're looking at Nelson Cruz. It looks like Nelson Cruz is going to be heading to one of these teams in the National League West. So taking a look here. Nelson Cruz appears to be down to the Padres and the Dodgers. Let me click out of some of these tabs. Let me get rid of these tabs. Here we go. So this was John Heyman as of this afternoon. Also said the Brewers, the Braves, and the Nationals are still at the table. Interesting to see the Braves. Very interesting there. Could that have to do with Freddie Freeman? Maybe they're looking to have a bat, because you have Marcell Ozuna. So I don't know where could you have Nelson Cruz play first? I don't know. You could have Ozuna play some outfield if you really wanted to. I feel like Ozuna at this point is a DH, but the Brewers, I definitely think so. They could. I wouldn't count them out. Nationals could use a bat. Why not? But it's looking like the Dodgers and the Padres are both the best fits. And with the Padres, they need another bat in this lineup. They did not do very well when it came to slugging percentage last year. As of right now, you have Jerickson Profar listed as your designated hitter. With the Dodgers, they already have, a lot of bats here. Gavin Lux is listed as your designated hitter. So you could have Gavin Lux play second, and then Chris Taylor essentially is in that super utility role where, someone gets a day off like every other day or every day or whatever, and he just can go play where that person's off. So the Dodgers do make sense. I think the Padres, though, they need him more. But again, and it's just funny because that report came out today with Hosmer and Myers, and they're trying to clear payroll. They don't want to go over that CBT. So I guarantee ownership is saying, absolutely not. You're not going over it. No, you need to stay under the 230. So, because again, if they go over it again this year, they're going to get taxed more because that would be another year of being over that luxury tax. So I don't see them going over it. So it makes a lot of sense that they are trying to get rid of Hosmer or Myers to make additional room. So could that end up being what, could that be the thing that holds back the Padres? Because they just don't have the money. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. I think the Padres do need him more. But if they can't get rid of some payroll, will they be able to get him? I don't know. But Nelson Cruz is going to be a great bat for you. Hit 265 last year, 32 home runs, 86 RBIs. Still a good on-base percentage at 334. Very good slugging. That's what the Padres need. Oh, $10 super chat. Hans, what's going on, my friend? Hey, Robbie, how you been? You see Trevor Story shoot down an offer from the Red Sox because they asked him to play second. And do you think the Red Sox pick up a bat still? Yeah, let me actually pull that up really quick. Let me pull that up. Who tweeted that out today? I saw it somewhere. Can someone tell me, did Heyman tweet it out? Baseball Sports Talk. How do you become a member? There should be a join button somewhere. If it's not on mobile, if you don't see it on the mobile, you're going to have to go on your web browser. So that's usually what seems to do the trick. But everyone, we have 221 likes. And we have 900 people. Everyone, smash that like button. Smash it. Just keep pressing that like button. Just keep on pushing it. Let's get to 500 likes. 500 likes. Hit that like button, everyone. But I thought I saw that story today. Who tweeted that out today about Trevor Story? I thought I saw it and I couldn't remember. Does anyone know who remembers who tweeted that out about Story? I'm going completely blank. Anyone? Oh, I'm not seeing it. But yeah, I did see that. I'm sure Story, I guess he's holding out for a bigger contract. Rafat Quilly just subscribed. What's going on? How are we doing? So I don't remember who tweeted that out about Story turning down an offer. But according to iTalk Studios, who has been very good at reporting Red Sox news. So he reported the other day that the Red Sox and Trevor Story were negotiating. Doesn't mean they came to a deal. So I'm wondering if the team that, got turned down, it was probably the Red Sox. Again, I don't remember who tweeted it, but I don't know. Maybe they can kind of wait him out a little bit, see if maybe he'll go back to him. He wants to play shortstop, I guess. So I don't know. I think honestly, Story, man, he needs to go that route of Marcus Semien. Who cares? Go play some second. What does it matter? But I guess a lot of people out there, a lot of teams, they think Trevor Story needs Tommy John. So I don't know. But who knows? So Nelson Cruz, I think the Padres need him a lot more. Will they have the payroll? John Bobbio just subscribed. So let's move on to our next story here, everyone. We got a few more to talk about. Let's get into some relief pitching here. Speaking of my Red Sox, they did make a couple of moves today, bringing in Jake Deichmann and Matt Strahm. I really do like these pickups for the Red Sox. So let's go pull up the stories here. So Deichmann and Strahm, very, very different guys. So let's go take a look here. Joe Hill, if Story was offered 4/88 from the Angels, does he take it? I think the Angels could be the team. If Story doesn't go to the Red Sox, I think the only other team out there that really makes sense are the Angels, unless the Yankees want to go for it. So let's take a look here. So let's go to Deichmann first. With Deichmann, he had a really good year a couple of years ago. Man, this guy in 2020, he was putting up some stupid numbers, man. It was a short season, over 21 innings, but good grief. He was I think he only gave up, how many home runs? He only gave up 1 home run. 13 strikeouts per 9. Jake Deichmann is going to give you strikeouts. Very, very good amount of strikeouts. His problem, though, are the walks. So with what is going on here? Why is the page unresponsive? But last year, very good year. ERA-wise, a 3.86 ERA. The FIP was a lot higher, though, at 4.46. So keep an eye on that. That FIP was a lot higher. However, 12 strikeouts per 9. I don't know what's going on with this page, but 5 walks per 9. That's not good. I think for the Red Sox, they needed a guy that was going to come in and he can just get you a strikeout. They didn't really have that last year. They kind of had to really wiggle around of a lot of jams. They didn't really have like a shutdown kind of a guy that could come in. They had Matt Barnes, but he struggled in the second half. Manuel Perez, what's going on? What's up, Hyde? Hyde Hive, good vibes for everyone. Manuel Perez, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. So, but the Red Sox, they needed another arm for that bullpen that could come in and give you strikeouts. Matt Barnes was that strikeout guy, but he was terrible in the second half. Deichmann was actually better in the second half than he was in the first half. So it's going to give you a couple of different arms. You know, you got Matt Barnes, who's a righty, and Deichmann, a lefty, who can both give you strikeouts. So, am I pronouncing them right? Oh, is it Deichmann? I thought it was Deichmann. Oh, whatever. And then Strom. Okay. Thought I saw Stram. Beating Cozy, $2 super chat. What's going on? Oh, it is Deichmann. Says the pronunciation right there. There's my potato brain messing up again. Beating Cozy, where will Jansen sign? I don't know. I don't know. I picked the Blue Jays. That was my guess. I think they could use a good veteran arm. So, I don't know. Maybe the Cardinals? Could the Cardinals get Kenley Jansen? Which is perfect because we just got a question here in the chat. Can you talk about the Cardinals and their free agency? Well, the Cardinals could use a bullpen arm. Maybe Kenley Jansen can maybe go out there. Maybe go to St. Louis, maybe. Or just go back to the Dodgers. honestly. I'll go either Dodgers, Blue Jays, or Cardinals for Kenley Jansen. E-Rock TV, $5 super chat. Do you think the Yankees trade for DeYoung if they don't land Story, Correa, maybe for a Voit? Yeah, I tweeted this out yesterday. I think a DeYoung for the Yankees could make a lot of sense, and also for the Cardinals too, because that would open up a spot for the Cardinals. And then Voit, he could be your DH. Sosa could be your shortstop at that point. The Yankees, they could have DeYoung as your shortstop. He's going to give you good defense. So I think that could make some sense, honestly. But I think they are just kind of waiting on Correa at this point. Maybe they've given an offer for Correa. And maybe they're not going over a certain price. Maybe they're going like 280 over 10. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they're only going at 300 and they're not going over that. Manuel Perez, $2 super chat. How do you feel about Ottavino to the Mets? I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit here, Manuel. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. But just to give you a quick answer, I like the move. I thought it was good. Bad second half last year for Ottavino, but I think with the Mets, you know, I think that can end up being pretty good. I don't think he's going to have... He was in a big pressure role for the Red Sox, and I think with the Mets, he's not going to have as much pressure on him. He can be more of like a, you know, setup guy, middle reliever. With the Red Sox, he was definitely, at one point, it was looking like Ottavino was going to be the closer, you know, and then he just ended up really struggling, and basically, you know, Whitlock just ended up taking over that role in the late innings. So Ottavino essentially just turned into a middle reliever. So GZE71 has just subscribed. What's going on? But I'll talk about more Ottavino here in a little bit. But Diekman, sorry, I was saying Dykman. Sorry, Diekman. I think it's a good arm. Hey, the walks are a little troubling, but I think if the Red Sox can use him in the right way, bring him in the right situations, I think that they're gonna use him in a good way. I think it's gonna work out. But as for Matt Strom, this is another guy where, you know, I hadn't really looked at him too much. Timothy Hansen just subscribed. What's going on? We saw another subscriber before that. Thank you for subscribing. But Strom, this is a bit of a different look. Now, I know everyone went to Baseball Reference today and they looked at his ERA and they thought, what the heck, an 8 ERA? What is going on? Well, looking at the FIP, it was a 2.42, so huge difference, but it was also a small sample size. In 2020, he ended up hurting his knee, I believe. I think I read that, but he had good numbers in 2020. The ERA was a good amount, was 2.61. However, the FIP was higher, 4.93. So with Strom, what you're getting with him, this is a guy that's going to come in, probably more middle relief, maybe some setup roles here and there, but he's not going to give up a lot of contact. He does not give up a lot of exit velocity. He does not give up a lot of hard hit percentage. He does not give up a lot of barrels, and he doesn't walk guys. So it's kind of funny how the Red Sox, they brought in two lefties, one guy in Diekman who can come in and give you strikeouts, but he's pretty susceptible to walks, while Strom is not really a big strikeout guy, but he's not going to walk anyone. So two different lefties right there. Problem with him, he has been, he's had some knee issues in the last couple of years, but the Red Sox got him cheap. So, and the one thing with Strom, he's got a lot of pitches, man. He's just a difficult at bat. He's like an awkward at bat. So let's actually take a look at some video of Strom. Just a lefty. But let's take a look here. So he's just gonna give you a lot of just different looks. He's got 5 pitches that he can work with. His curveball a couple of years ago was very good. He had a negative 11 run value on his curveball. So that definitely could be something. In 2020, he ranked really well in movement on his pitches horizontally. His changeup ranked well, four-seamer ranked well, sinker ranked well. So overall, I think it was a good couple of moves here for the Red Sox. I think they needed to address the bullpen a little bit. You could see when they were going with Martin Perez in a key playoff game with the Astros in the end, you just knew that they needed more guys for that bullpen. So overall, adding a couple of guys for the bullpen, I think it was those are Chaim Bloom kind of moves, honestly. Chaim Bloom kind of moves. But speaking of the Red Sox and the bullpen, and we had this super chat earlier, Adam Ottavino, former Red Sox, heading over to the Mets. So with Adam Ottavino, man, he was really good in the first half last year. But second half, boy, oh boy, did he really kick the bucket. Good grief. Let me pull up his numbers here. Adam Ottavino. Let me go to his splits. All right, sharing the screen. Ottavino heading to the Mets for around $4 million, so you're not paying a lot for him. But taking a look at his first half and second half splits, what are we doing here? Oh, I was looking at his batting. So first half, second half. What is going on here? So he was really good in the first half. He was very good. 2.68 ERA over 40 games. And then second half, he was just getting shellacked. He didn't give up one home run in the first half, and then he gave up 5 in the second half. So he really did get shellacked. Did maybe the sticky stuff have anything to do with it? I don't know. But with Ottavino, you're getting a massive slider. That's been one of the best sliders in Major League Baseball for the last few years. It's a nasty slider. Ottavino, though, I don't know. He just could not keep it together last year. But for the Mets, I like it. I think, just a good reliever to add. And again, as of right now, he is listed for a setup role. I wonder if you see him more in middle relief. You're going to see more Trevor May in those setup spots, and I think Ottavino is going to be more like that 6th, 7th inning kind of a guy, So, good signing overall. I think he'll end up being fine for the Mets. And, and with the Mets, you're getting a more spacious ballpark, so you don't have to worry about him. Those home runs were an issue for him in the second half last year, so a little more spacious over there in Queens, and I think that could end up being a pretty good fit. But the Mets just continue to add, and that's a great thing. The Mets, they're just doing what the Mets have been doing this whole offseason, just spending money, bringing in guys. So you got to like it. But let's go here. I believe another reliever today coming off of the market, Brad Boxberger. I thought Boxberger was actually pretty decent last year. If we go pull up his numbers here. Taking a look here. Going back to the Brewers. Alrighty, sharing the screen. But, hey, this guy threw a lot of innings last year. 71 games overall, 64 innings. Had 83 Ks. 3.34 ERA. This guy pitched a lot last year, man. He had some good numbers there. But he had 11 strikeouts per 9. Walks are around 3.5. Doesn't give up a ton of home runs. A good solid reliever that's going to stay in the Brewers bullpen, and I thought that was a good move for them. This is still a good Brewers team. So, with Boxberger, you're still going to see him in that, key setup role with Devin Williams. So, but yeah, a lot of relievers coming off the board today. A lot of relievers, especially with the Red Sox, Ottavino, and then Boxberger. So that was a name I don't think a lot of people were really, looking at, but it was a really good reliever. But this relief pitching market, it's really good. You still have guys here, Colin McHugh, Kenley Jansen, Ryan Tepera, Andrew Chafin. I thought maybe the Mets would go after Andrew Chafin, but they probably thought Ottavino, could they still go after Andrew Chafin? I still think they could do that. But, Adam Ottavino is essentially replacing Familia. So, John Heyman now is also tweeting about look at a couple of tweets here. Bill Madden. Here in Tampa Bay, all the sports talk the past few days has been the Rays and their Super Kids rotation. and then something happened. What does he mean by that? I don't know what he means. But John Heyman also tweeting out about Carlos Correa. But, we already looked at that earlier. So again, I'm not gonna give up on him going back to the Astros. I've maintained that. Go back to streams, old streams. I have talked about Carlos Correa going back to Houston. Would not be surprised at all. So, but the relief pitching market's still really strong. McHugh, Jansen, DePere, Chafin. You still even got Jimmy Nelson out there. You got some guys even down here. Got Doolittle there, Richard Rodriguez. You still got some guys. So, but let's look at these free agents here. I mean, you still got, big names out here. And honestly, I still think it could be a couple of days before we see something happen. These guys aren't going to rush. I know a lot of people thinking like, oh, the floodgates, they're going to open. Well, I mean, really, when you look at it, they kind of have. We've had a ton of signings over the last couple of days. We've had a few trades. We've had a lot of moves, but they don't feel very heavy because the biggest name that has come off the board is Carlos Rodon. So we haven't had Correa go anywhere. Freeman, Ashton, thank you for subscribing. Freeman's still there. Castellanos still there. Bryant, Story, Schwarber, Jonathan VR. Nelson Cruz, we were just talking about him earlier. Anthony Rizzo's still out there. Good relievers that I was just talking about. You still got some starting pitchers like Pineda and Boyd. Greinke's still out there. There's a lot of guys. And I think we've had a lot of moves, but there's just not a lot of weight to it because none of these big names have come off the board. I would say we're probably, so the first spring training game is the 17th? I'd imagine somewhere in the next few days, we're going to see, I think these guys will be signed by next week. I think they will. I would imagine. I think we're going to see one of them come off the board in the next couple of days. We'll see maybe one or two come off the day before spring training. The games start. And then, if a couple of games have passed, I don't think Carlos Correa, I don't think these guys are really too worried, if they end up missing a few spring training games. I don't think they're too worried about that. These are guys that are looking for big contracts. They got families. The last thing they're worried about is trying to make it to spring training on time. They're going to be fine. They're going to make up their lost time. I think if I were to make a guess, I think Freeman will sign in the next day or two. I think that's going to happen. I think Kris Bryant will come off the board. Story, I don't know. I just don't know what Story's doing. If we're looking at teams here, again, it's those same teams that we were talking about with Correa. Could they bring in, could the Cubs bring in Story? Honestly, so if I go here to the shortstop projections for next year, honestly, I think, the Nationals could maybe be a dark horse for someone like Story. Diamondbacks could, I really think they could make an upgrade. If I know you got Perdomo there, but Ahmed, is he really going to be the answer? They need some offense. Could Story stay in the West and just go to the Diamondbacks? But the Angels, they really need a shortstop. I know I was saying, they're probably not going to go after someone like Correa, but would a Trevor Story contract make some sense? If we were to go here to the Angels payroll, they got some guys coming off the books after this year. Justin Upton will be a free agent. Syndergaard also. Lorenzen. I would imagine they're not going to bring back Justin Upton. So there's $28 million coming off of the books. And they're still under the luxury tax. They still have $40 million. So the Angels could bring in Story. I would not be surprised. So, also, before I forget, I believe Heyman was tweeting about Jock Peterson. Let's go here. I think Heyman was tweeting about... Was it Heyman that was tweeting about Peterson? I mean, Peterson today was actually tweeting. I think, what did he say? Decisions or something? Yeah. What is this? Someplace warm. A place where the beer flows like wine, where beautiful women instinctively flock like the salmon of Capistrano. I'm talking about a little place called Aspen. What are you saying? Is that a movie quote? But, I don't know. What could Peterson end up doing? Let's go to, was it Heyman? Could call, hey, I see someone in the chat. Michael. Maybe Colorado. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. Here we go. Yeah, from John Morosi. So, drawing interest from the Guardians. So, of course, Fuzzy, let me like this tweet. Obviously. But he definitely could be a fit. Could the Guardians end up getting in on the mix? Jock Peterson, I feel like he's just going to play everywhere. Is he going to be one of those players that just end up just playing on all these different teams in his career? But if you look here, as of right now, they got Steven Kwan. You know, I think he could be a guy that is a little slept on. He has really good projections for next year. He had a really good on-base percentage in the minors. So look out for Steven Kwan. But if they wanted to, I mean, but Peterson, that would be another lefty. But he could, I mean, Kwan, if you're not ready to go with him, you could have Peterson out and left. And, that could be a nice bat. Then you got Bobby Bradley. You know, Bradley can definitely hit some home runs. That's, the thing with Bobby Bradley. He's got to hit for a better average. He's got to get on base more. But, I don't know. There was also Aaron Sanchez going to the Nationals. Aaron Sanchez going to the Nationals. What is Hector Gomez saying? Oh, okay. All right. Look at that. Oh, wow. Nelson Cruz has signed, everyone. Wow, that's surprising. The Nationals. Wow. Something happening. Nelson Cruz to the Nationals. Hey, they still think they could have a team. Tucker, what's going on? Thank you for subscribing. But yes, Nelson Cruz has signed with the Nationals. I guess the Padres couldn't come up with the money. The Padres have been connected with Cruz for the whole offseason. So I guess the Padres, they could not make a trade to clear payroll. What was the deal? So $14 million. We were looking at the payroll earlier. The Padres, they only had $13 million to play with. So he's getting $14 million per year. The Padres could not fit him. Whoa, what is this? Oh my God. Gary Sanchez has gone to the Twins. What is going on? Gary said they finally did it. Oh my God. The Yankees have finally traded Gary Sanchez. I never thought I would see the day. My mind is blown. Oh my God. Wow! What is going on? Gary Sanchez has been traded to the Twins. Nelson, oh my God. I'm like, I don't even know how to feel because, like, obviously I hate the Yankees, but, like, I'm so happy for them that they traded Gary Sanchez. Oh my God. Oh, finally. Why did they hang on to him for this long? Did Gary Sanchez report to camp today? What is Passan saying? Oh, what is going on? Oh my God, what is happening? What? Josh Donaldson? I don't understand what's going on right now. We just had 3 moves in like the last 5 seconds. Josh Donaldson is going to the Yankees. What is going on? Hold on, I gotta update some titles here. What is going on? Everyone, Gary Sanchez has been traded to the Yankees. Wait a minute. Hold on a sec. Did that say Kiner-Falefa as well? What? What is happening? So they just flipped Kiner-Falefa to the Twins. Everyone, my mind is just, I don't know what to think. My potato brain cannot handle this right now. Hold on, I gotta update the titles. Hold on. Josh Donaldson traded to Yankees. Oh my God. Josh Donaldson on the Yankees. What is happening? Nelson Cruz. What the heck? I'm like, I don't know what's... Freeman? No, stop. Is my... What is happening? Oh my God. I see some of you saying Freeman. Wait, hold on. I gotta wrap my head around everything. Everyone, breaking news. Josh Donaldson, Kiner-Falefa has been traded to... There's the Yankee shortstop. They've been connected with Kiner-Falefa here for a while. Hold on. Okay. Wait. Hold on. I gotta... Everyone, hold on. I'm just updating the title here. What the heck is going on? Gary Sanchez to Twins. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second, everyone. This is nuts. Whoa. Hold on one second. Goodness, Josh Donaldson. I got to see the trade. Just hold on. We got 1,100 people in the chat. Everyone, I'm so sorry. Just give me a second. I'm just updating. I just see Josh Donaldson. Okay. Okay. Title's been updated. Let me just put some tags. 1 second, everyone. Almost there, almost there, almost there. I don't know. My mind is blown right now, everyone. I don't know what to think. We got a lot to digest here. I got to see the trade. Hold on. Okay. Help me out here. All right. We got to play some catch up here. Oh my God. Gio Urshela went to. Wow. So, okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously, because where are you going to put Urshela now? Wow. Okay. Here we go, everyone. Let's. Did anyone post the trade? Super chat. Ratboy King. Cruz not official. Cruz not official. Also, Wonder David with a $4.99. Twins got Gio too. Do we have the trade already up here? Oh, no one's posted the trade yet. Here we go. Everyone, we're doing a live trade. Let's put it in baseball trade values. Let's see. We got to see the values. We got 1,100 people. Anyone, if you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Everyone, we're at 350 likes. Come on. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes. Everyone, smash that like button. Smash that like button, everyone, while you're here. I'm going over the trade as it just happened. We got the Yankees and the Twins coming together on a trade. Okay, here we go. Super chat coming in. Ratboy King. Cruz is not official yet. Okay. I'm sure that's going to be official in a little bit. The Ratboy King, thank you. All right, so Sanchez. This doesn't sound like... Well, don't forget, Josh Donaldson has a negative value. So, Urshela has some value. So, yeah, as you can see here, those two together are not going to be a lot. So, wow, okay. So, yeah, Josh Donaldson has a negative value. So, this actually might be pretty even. So, let's type in Donaldson. He has a oh, wow. And then Kiner-Falefa as well. Bacon Barrel Roll just subscribed. Everyone hit that like button for me. We're at 400 likes. Let's get to 500 likes. I don't think I put the wrong Sanchez. Did I put the wrong Sanchez? Oh, whoops. I mean, not that much of a difference. Okay, there we go. So, yeah. Sanchez has no value. Okay, so now Kiner-Falefa. He has around 8.5. Okay, so as you can see, this trade is getting a little closer. So who was the last guy? Ben Rortvet. Ben Rortvet. Let's see. All right, go back to the trade. All right, so... Oh, wow. Okay. So... It's a part. Okay, here's the trade. Is there cash? I need to know if there's cash. If there is cash, this would make a lot more sense. Which definitely could make some sense because Donaldson is owed money. No cash. Wow, you're all saying no cash. Wow. Did they say that? Oh, they're taking all of it. Wow. The Yankees don't care. Wow, they don't care. They said, all right, give us Donaldson. They have a completely new left side of the infield. Wow. Wow. That so this trade as of right now, I mean, the Twins, wow. So Urshela is going to be their shortstop now, right? Unless you have not Urias. Let me go back to the Twins. Arias. He's listed as the DH. So you could have Arias play. Yeah, I get. Yeah, so you could have Arias move to third, and then now Urshela's your shortstop. So, very interesting. I wonder if there's okay. They just swapped out they just basically swapped the left side of their infield. The Twins gave the left side of their infield for Urshela and Sanchez. So now Sanchez is the backup for Jeffers, unless Sanchez is going to be unless they're going to make him the starter. Hey, Blake Sturm, hey, Blake Sturm in the chat. That actually, because I'm trying to wrap my head around everything right now. Kyle Duffield, bad trade on the Yankees. They just got weaker. I wonder if it sets up something else, but they just took on a lot of payroll. But Blake Sturm in the chat, that definitely could be a possibility. Because as of right now, Urshela is your shortstop. So they have an opening now. I mean, unless they want to put Urshela. Is Urshela going to be your shortstop or your third baseman? So if you put him at third, which is where he naturally plays, now they have an opening for short. And now what you just said, Blake in the chat, you said maybe this opens up something for Story. So you could keep you could have Polanco at short. But he's listed at second here. Let me pull up Polanco. Now it's moving slow. Fangraphs, they're probably updating this right now. Wow, what a trade. Oh, could you imagine this? Hold on a second. I just thought of something. Could you imagine if the Twins aren't going to go get Carlos Correa, are they? Are they going to do that? No, they're not. The Twins aren't going to go get Carlos Correa. No, they're not going to do that. Could the Twins get Carlos Correa? Oh my God. Could you imagine? Check Carlos Martinez Insta. Don't tell me Carlos Correa is going to go to the Twins. What is going on? I still don't even know what the heck is going on. We just had like Gary Sanchez was with the Donaldson trade. We just had two huge things happen. Crucial detail in the trade. So yes, they're taking all of the $50 million. Mitchell Sackett just subscribed. Everyone, hit that like button for me. We're almost at 500. Carlos Martinez to the Giants, it's looking like. People in the chat. Carlos Martinez to the Giants, according to some people in the chat. Carlos Martinez, man, that could be a good home for him, the San Francisco Giants, because they do really good at getting these pitchers back on track. But is it not confirmed? Carlos Martinez Instagram. What is going on with Carlos Martinez and his Instagram? So Nelson Cruz, it's a 1-year deal. Yeah, the other guy said it was a 3-year deal. I was like, wow, 3 years for Nelson Cruz? Hold on. Carlos Martinez. Here we go. The Twins aren't done doing whatever they are. Oh my God. Dude. Don't tell me the Twins are going to sign Carlos Correa. Tyler Morrison with a $1.99 super chat. Donaldson and Cole throwing hands in the dugout. I think the Twins, now that the Twins have an opening, I think they're going to get Story or Correa. Probably Story makes more sense because the Twins, you don't ever see them giving out big contracts like that. But is this going to be the time? Oh my God. What is happening? We got 1,500 people in the chat. Everyone, my mind is baffled just as much as yours. Let's talk about the Yankees. Let's look at the Yankees lineup. David, what's going on? Thank you for subscribing. Hit that like button, everyone. Subscribe. We are within 400 people of 20,000 subscribers. I can smell it. Look, there they got Josh Donaldson. Look at this. What the? So, I'm still wrapping my head around this. I love Kiner-Falefa for the Yankees. I love that for the Yankees. I like Kiner-Falefa for the Yankees almost just as much as Donaldson. I really like that for the Yankees. I like that they're adding some speed and they're adding some defense. That's a good move for the Yankees right there. Kiner-Falefa, I like that a lot. Donaldson, if he can stay healthy, he is going to be a good bat for you. So, are they not going to get Olsen now? Or Freeman? Because DJ LeMahieu right now is your first baseman. I don't know. This really puts a wrinkle. Yeah, and UQ's, yes, you have Luke Voigt as well. But this was a big tweet that I saw earlier. Let me go back to this tweet. Who said it? I want to shout out. I think it was Blake that said it earlier in the chat. Yeah, this could open up something for a shortstop, unless you want Urshela as your shortstop. But also Nelson Cruz, 1-year deal with the Nationals. 1-year deal with the Nationals. Hey, everyone, we got over 500 likes. Thank you so much. We have 1,700 people in the chat. Everyone, welcome. If this is your first time here on the channel, hey, think about subscribing. We're talking baseball here all the time. I'm doing live streams all the time. So, hey, we got this season coming up. It's going to be a fun season. So I'm always streaming. I'm always going live. So definitely consider subscribing if you are looking for more news and content. Nelson Cruz to the Nationals. Who else? Someone else tweeted this. So Dan Hayes, MLB. Again, we have talked about this. The Minnesota Twins aren't done doing whatever they are, especially after all of Donaldson's $50 million. My guess is Story. Blake Sturm. There you are, Blake Sturm. Hey, thank you for saying that earlier on, because I think that's what it could be. Trey Galwain with a $1.99 super chat. This is insane. My brain is cooking right now. I don't know what's going on. So, man, I think Story's going to go to the Twins. That's my guess. Because, I don't know, if he turned down the Red Sox, then, to play second, he must still really want to play short. And, man, I really hope it's Correa that goes to the Twins. Can Correa please go to the Twins? I need it to happen. Beating Cozy, $2. Didn't Cruz say he wanted to win a World Series? I mean, the Nationals, if we're looking at the Nationals, they have good pieces on this team. They're not bad. You got a good lineup here. So now Nelson Cruz, they haven't put him as the DH yet. They still have Yadiel Hernandez. But now you have a decent lineup. They just need pitching. But they did bring back Anibal Sanchez, who looked pretty good in his bullpen session today. I mean, I think they could use another starter. It's not a bad-looking team. All right, everyone's saying Maldonado. No, David, I don't think the Nationals are rebuilding. The Nationals are more retooling. I mean, if they're rebuilding, I mean, this is a great lineup for rebuilding. I mean, look at this lineup. I mean, you got some good bats in here. Juan Soto, Josh Bell, and now you have Nelson Cruz. They just signed Cesar Hernandez. I don't think they're rebuilding. That's a retool. I mean, I don't know. They must think they have they got Strasburg, Corbin. I don't think they're rebuilding at all. All right, everyone's telling me to look at a couple of Instagram accounts. Also, I just need to get back to this. I can't believe Gary Sanchez is finally off the Yankees. Honestly, good for the Yankees because holy cow, it is about time that you traded Gary Sanchez. Oh my God. Like, unbelievable that they kept him for that long. All right, hold on. Martin Maldonado on Twitter. I'm guessing it's about Correa. Hold on, I cannot even think straight right now. Martin Maldonado. Oh, what does that mean? Ear with a hand up? What does that mean? He's hearing something? Correa to the Twins? Carlos has become a member. Carlos, thank you for becoming a member, my friend. Wow. Here, let me I got to put this up. Mel, thank you for subscribing. But yes, Carlos Martinez going to the Giants. I think that's a good move. Carlos Martinez, man, if this guy gets himself together, wow. Like, he's a good arm. He just has not figured it out. And the Giants seem like a great spot for him. So, oh, that's right. Cole. That's right. He does the ear thing. I did not put 2 and 2 together. Oh my, I think Correa's going back to the Astros. I think he's going back. I mean, come on. It made so much sense from the beginning. The only thing that was holding Correa back from going to the Astros was people just thought like he didn't want to play there anymore. But he's been hanging out with Astros players left and right. He was hanging out with Altuve. He was going to all these different, all these things that were going on. That these Astros players that I don't know if they were doing, it's like community service kind of stuff or like charity stuff. I mean, Correa was with them. I think I have been saying this for months. Don't be surprised if Correa goes back to the Astros. Don't be surprised. Because all these other teams, I was just talking about this earlier, all these other teams had some kind of a reason why they wouldn't sign Correa. The Yankees already have prospects. The Red Sox, they don't spend that kind of money anymore. And they already had Xander Bogaerts as well. Elite Assassin, thank you for subscribing. We're almost at 2,000 people in the chat. We're almost at 2,000 people in the chat. We're almost at 600 likes. We're drawing closer to 2,000 subscribers. But the Cubs, they don't want to commit to that many years. Obviously, look at what happened with Jason Hayward. They probably don't want to ever give out those kind of contracts again. I mean, there were all these other teams where it just didn't... There was something holding them back from getting Correa. I have said for a little while the Orioles made a lot of sense for Correa because they have the payroll. They have good young players coming up. Mike Elias drafted him, so maybe he can go back to him. But does he want to go to the Orioles? I don't know. The Nationals, I thought maybe could have made some sense. They didn't really have a shortstop. They don't have a prospect shortstop that they could turn to. But in the end, the team, and then there was the Angels, but I don't think the Angels are going to be giving out any big contracts like that for any more position players. They've been doing that for years now, and look at where that's gotten them. I mean, I don't know, man. It's to me, the Astros were the team that just made the most sense. And I remember saying this a long time ago. The Astros, they were going to sit back, they were going to let Correa go explore the market, and they were going to sit there. And if they lost him, well, okay, well, they have Jeremy Pena. But if he didn't get the contract that he wanted, then, okay, come talk to us again. You know, so to me, the Astros, they were going to be fine. So I think he's going to be going back to the Astros, honestly. Unless the Twins just pulled a shocker because they've just cleared payroll. And could you imagine the Twins just call Correa right now? Hey, 10 years, $350. You want to come play in Minnesota? I don't think they would do it. But let's get back to this trade here. Big news, everyone. Wow. I was just saying when we started the stream tonight, hopefully something happens. Because we've been, streaming now for the last few nights and then nothing's happened. So, but the Yankees have officially announced it. Man, oh man. The New York Yankees today announced that they have acquired Josh Donaldson, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And when we all saw this trade happen, with the Twins and the Rangers yesterday, no one thought that was going to be, he was going to be flipped. No one saw that coming. So, and they also got a catcher as well. And Ben Rortvedt? And that's going to replace Gary Sanchez. So now you have Kyle Higashioka and then Rortvedt. So let me actually go here to, did he have any numbers last year? Man, oh man. Bombshell. Good defense. Okay, so Rortvedt had some good defense last year over 39 games. A 5.5 defense. Let's go to his fielding. He had 5 defensive runs saved. Very good. Could this be someone for the Yankees over the next couple of years? He's going to give them good job on the Yankees. They finally saw it. Thank you. You need defense up the middle. You need it. I'm sorry, but that Kiner-Falefa is a great addition for the Yankees. He's going to give you defense, speed, which is what the Yankees did not have last year. The Yankees were one of the worst base running teams in Major League Baseball last year. They have Austin Wells, who has been looking pretty good in the minor leagues. So that could be your next catcher. In the minors, he's been going off. 264 average, 16 homers last year. Hit a 390 on base. So are the Yankees going to kind of just roll with Byron Wheeler? Thank you for subscribing. Are the Yankees just going to roll with Higashioka and Rortvedt for the time being? As we all knew, before, Garrett Cole, he likes pitching to Kyle Higashioka. So I think, to me, you stick with Higashioka. You got Rortvedt now. You got good defense at the catching position now. So I don't think the Yankees should stop here. I think you got to do something about center field. I don't know. Can you rely on Aaron Hicks? JR Will just subscribed. What's going on? How are we doing? MLB Nerd says Olsen to the Yanks still in play. Well, they're going to have to get creative here because, what do you do here? Because with Olsen, now you have DJ LeMahieu at first. So DJ LeMahieu is now no longer going to be an option for third base. Could you send back Gleyber Torres? Mike W. just subscribed. I'm wondering here with the Yankees. And again, here is the trade, everyone. In case you didn't see it earlier, we have 1,800 people in the chat. In case you didn't see this trade, here is the breakdown on baseball trade values. According to BTV, you are looking at a Twins win here. Now, this is where philosophy comes into play. Number-wise, the Yankees lose this trade. But philosophy-wise, the Yankees probably thought, okay, you know what? We're clearing, we're getting a good shortstop in Kiner-Falefa. We're still getting a good bat with Donaldson. We're getting a improvement at the catching position. Where the Yankees are losing this trade, they're only losing this trade because of Donaldson's contract. It's not. I don't want to say the Yankees lost this trade. I don't think that's fair to say. Frid plays with a $2 super chat. Twins have Royce Lewis, the Twins' #1 shortstop prospect. Yeah, Royce Lewis. The only problem with him, man, is he going to turn into anything? I think he just tore his ACL. I think he was out for last year. He did not look good in 2019. I don't know. Is Royce Lewis really going to turn into anything? I mean, I guess you're going to have to wait and see. He's definitely still a good prospect, in my opinion. But, but because here's the thing with the Yankees. I don't know. When I'm looking at the Yankees right now it's not looking so certain that they really need a first baseman unless you move someone. Rosenthal. Rosenthal just tweeted. Yankees still in the market for left-handed first baseman. Freeman, Olsen, Rizzo will be better defensively if they get one of those players. They're better at shortstop with Kiner-Falefa. Yep, just saying that. Potentially 5 infielders for 4 spots. So, we got a new member. Carlos has become a member. What's going on? I think out of these guys, I think Olsen makes the most sense. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think the guy that would maybe go back would be Gleyber Torres. It has to be, right? It has to be Gleyber Torres, because if you're going to trade for Olsen, well then where's LeMahieu going to play? You got Donaldson now at third. Donaldson's not moving anywhere. So LeMahieu would move to the only other spot that he could move to would be second base. So yeah, Kiner-Falefa is not being a catcher. Yeah, Kiner-Falefa is not being a catcher. Yeah, I think Torres has to be the guy. If you're going to trade for Olsen, he has to be the guy. I don't think the Yankees are getting Freeman. I don't think they're going to bring back Rizzo. But let's put together a trade here. It has to be Torres. Torres has still a good amount of value. And also, I still think he is pre-arbitration. He might have one more year. Wait, where are all the players? Okay, so Fangraphs is still updating their payrolls here. I believe Gleyber Torres. Well, no, he might be arbitration now. So let me see. Because when we're looking at the A's, the presumption with them is that they would like to only add pre-arbitration players. What are we doing here? What is going on? Gleyber Torres contract. My mind is just ugh. So Gleyber is projected to make $5 million. So Olsen, I think, is projected to make, 10 or 12. Yeah, 12. So if you brought back Gleyber, you're saving $7 million. Heyman. What is Heyman saying? Twins plan on using Gary Sanchez. Good. That is what that's what he should have been. It was clear as night and day in, what was it, 2018, 2017, he was not a catcher. It blows my mind. Cashman needs to lose his job, says Hunter. You know, I like them getting Kiner-Falefa. I like them getting that more than Donaldson, to be honest with you. Yankees see Rizzo as the realistic good first base option now, and will try to make that work. Their expectation, as is the case with most, I've never seen the Yankees in on Freddie Freeman. I just haven't. I just don't see it. But with Rizzo, where are you going to put LeMahieu? I don't see where LeMahieu goes. Again, let's look one more time. Joe Hill, $4.99. Hey, Robbie, can you please call Perry and wake him up? You got to do something. You got Trevor Story out there. Mike, DH Glaber. You can't DH Glaber because you have Stanton. Unless they move Stanton to the outfield. I mean, that is something. You could move Stanton to the outfield. You could put Joey Gallo in center. Giancarlo out in left. And then Judge is in right. So that could clear up DH. And you could put LeMahieu there. I don't know. I don't know. I think Stan at this point, just keep him at DH. But then Aaron Hicks, what do you do with Aaron Hicks? Do you just have Aaron Hicks be your fourth outfielder? I don't know, man. This is weird. If I'm looking at a trade here, let's say Olsen is still on the table. I feel like it's looking a little... I know MLB Nerds, he's running wild out there. I don't know where he's getting any sources or whatever. I don't know. But I'm wondering, at this point, Olsen does not fit for the Yankees unless you trade someone. And the only guy that you can trade that would make some kind of sense would be Gleyber Torres. He's got a couple of years of control. So let's see here. Let's take out... Let me do this. All right, so let's take out Sanchez. And Urshela. Oh, I didn't take out Sanchez. Here we go. All right, so Eric, 2242, just subscribed. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Everyone, we're closing in on 700 likes. 700 likes. We're going to try and get to 1,000 by the end of the night. So we're within 300 subscribers of 20,000. So, okay, so let's do Yankees. All right, so what else could you put with Torres? Well, let's put Olsen on the Yankees. Olsen is about $45 million worth of value. Ratitude better than Pinkerton. Oh, I see a little bit of a Weezer reference there, huh? A little bit of Weezer. I like me some Weezer. Thank you for subscribing. So, could you build a package with Torres? Now, do you send back Torres and Peraza? If you do that, you're one more guy away. I would imagine if you're sending Torres, maybe they would want to hang on to Peraza. I don't know, though. So, I don't know if you can send back Dominguez. Probably not. But let's throw in a pitcher. Let me go to the Yankees' top prospects here. I would imagine they probably want to keep Gill. Paul, thank you for subscribing. You could do maybe someone like Medina. You got Waldachuk. You got Yoendrys Gomez. I feel like they're probably going to want to hang on to Clark Schmidt at this point. The A's, I don't know if the A's would even want him because he was hurt. And so I'd imagine they probably hang on to Gill and Schmidt. But maybe one of these pictures, maybe like Uingris Gomez, the number 10. How much value does he have? He's only got $4 million. So, I mean, you could put him in here. And then maybe one more guy. But again, you know, it doesn't have to be right on the dot. Remember, baseball trade values, just to point this out, it's not perfect by any means. It's always up for interpretation. So let me put in here, do maybe Medina. Maybe something like that gets it done. So Cash 773, thank you for subscribing. So maybe a package like this. So, and then there's Voit. You know, I've seen a couple of you say Voit in the chat. I don't think he goes back in this trade. Because Voit, I think he is scheduled. If you're going to be sending back Torres in this trade, you're already sending back $5 million. I don't think you're going to send back Voit as well. Donald Waltz just subscribed. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? But yeah, man. I don't know. Let's check the Twitter again. Andy Martino, regarding first base, the Yankees are not necessarily set there. Freeman is still a possibility, as is Rizzo. They'd love to get more left-handed, but Voit looks good. And DJ can play first. I don't think, man. I don't know. They love Gleyber Torres. I mean, but they did just they finally just got rid of Gary Sanchez. Could that be, maybe this is the time they just part with Gleyber? You're not getting Olsen unless you clear out, because I'm sorry, I know I'm beating this like it's a dead horse, but you cannot fit Matt Olsen right now. Olsen does not fit. LeMahieu cannot move anywhere. He can't move anywhere in the infield. He can't play. He's not playing third. Donaldson's definitely not moving there. You could make the argument, you know, Donaldson could be DH, but, well, you got Stanton there. So, yes, you could move Stanton to the outfield, but the Yankees don't want to play Stanton in the outfield. So, you know, I'm just going off of what we've seen before. Unless the Yankees are willing to change, you know, the only guy that could really move here is Torres. If the only way you're going to trade for Olsen, I think, is if you give up Torres. Unless you just move Torres to the bench. I mean, you can do that too. Does he have any options? Send him back down to the minors? He's got 2 options. So, well, don't forget now you have more options now. So he could just get sent back down. I don't know. To me, the guy that has to move, if you're bringing in Olsen, the guy you have to move is Torres. You have to trade him, bench him, or put him in the minors. Because I don't see where else DJ can play. DJ would play second. Olsen would be at first. So, let's check here. I'm sure tweets are going to be coming through. Voit could be odd man out. They did not trade a prospect in this deal, so from that perspective, they are in good position for Olsen, who is drawing interest from numerous teams. But if you put Voit in this trade, you have to put Torres there too. Again, I know I'm beating this like it's a dead horse. Where's Torres playing? I don't know. So they're definitely they still, I think, have a shot for Olsen. What are they thinking? I'm wondering if a deal is going to happen here in the next. Maybe is there a deal coming? 1 second, everyone. One second, everyone. All right, so, I mean, we're pretty much just in standby mode right now. I've basically broken this down as much as I can. Gleyber has to move. If you're going to put Voit, then, I mean, you could put Voit in here too. But will the A's want to take on that contract? You know, both of Voit and Gleyber? Because you got to remember here with Olsen, yeah, I know, like with Olsen, you know, trade him while he has his value is as high as it is now, and yet get some prospects for him. But don't forget the A's, they're trying to make payroll space too. So are they willing? Do they care if they take on Torres and Voit with their arbitration salaries? So. Nukus, no, I don't think Torres would play center field. I know, Cole and Donaldson, man. Cole and Donaldson. That's interesting. That's interesting. Let me actually see here. Talking Yanks, they're live right now. They're talking about this. I mean, they got to be saying the same thing I'm saying. They have to be saying the same thing I'm saying because if they're talking about Matt Olson, again, where do you put him? Where do you put LeMahieu? I don't know. I've seen a couple of people say Aaron Hicks in the chat. I do think Aaron Hicks needs to move. I really think they got to move on from him. Looking at the chat here. We got a lot going on right now, everyone. We're almost at 1,000 likes. Yeah, I'm seeing those super chats in here, but they're not popping up on the screen for some reason. But let me read those super chats now. Remy, thank you for the $5. I appreciate that, Remy. Here come the super chats. Oh, wow. This is from a while ago. Jimmy Productions, $4.99 super chat. What if they trade Gleyber Torres and Aaron Hicks for Olsen and Laureano? So I don't think they're not going to take Aaron Hicks. With Laureano, he has a big value. I have talked about this before, but let me show you Laureano. He has a $60 million value. He's really good on both sides of the ball. He plays good defense. He can hit. I know he did get suspended for the PEDs. I don't think that's going to be a big thing, but he's young. He's under control. He's cheap, and he plays a premium position in center field. So he's going to be really expensive. So not many, center fielders defensively of his caliber. They're very good. Or he's very good, sorry. But, I don't think Hicks, they're not going to take Hicks. No way. They want guys that are under control, like that are young. So, is the mic cracking a little bit? Let me adjust this a little bit. All right, might be a little louder, but maybe that ends up being a little better. Yeah, I've been noticing that with the mic in the, I don't know why it is cracking. It's been doing that lately. Sorry about that, everyone. But let's see what you all are saying. iTalk Studios, man. We just got up to almost 2,000 people in the chat, man. It got nuts in here. Got nuts, man. We were sitting here. I was at the end of my stream, basically. And then all of a sudden, we saw the Nelson Cruz thing. And then we saw this trade. Holy cow, man. I was talking about Nelson Cruz going to the Nationals, and all of a sudden, someone said Gary Sanchez was going to the Twins, and then the next thing you know, Josh Donaldson's going to the Yankees, and I'm like, what the heck is going on right now? Good grief, man. Baseball Sports Talk. I don't know why your Super Chat's not popping up. Probably it's all the subscribers that are coming in. Baseball Sports Talk. Can you try Voit to the Phillies? Yeah, Voit, he could definitely do Voit on the Phillies. Let's clear this. But we're gonna have to wait and see if Olsen goes to the Yankees. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I think you have to do Gleyber Torres. That's my last thing I'm gonna say on that. Hopefully we get some more news coming in. But let's do the Phillies. I would imagine. I do agree, though. I think Voit is probably going to have to go. I think Voit is just the odd man out there. When he was walking in today, to camp, in my head, I'm thinking Luke Voit is thinking, God, can I just leave? Can I just go somewhere else? Oh, my goodness. Big Blue 91 just subscribed. We're getting a lot of subscribers in here. Good grief. We're within 300 subscribers of 20,000. We are so close to 20,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Man. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for subscribing tonight. Thank you for all the likes. We're getting close to 1,000 likes as well. So, man. Wesley Perryman. Torres and Gardner to the Cardinals. Maybe Torres. Maybe they could trade Torres somewhere else. That could be something. Maybe Torres is going to go. Maybe you could trade him in a separate deal, and then you could trade for Olsen. Maybe you don't have to send Torres. Maybe a three-way trade. Ooh, maybe we can. Drew Brees Burner has just subscribed. But let's do Voit here. Let's put Voit on the on the Phillies. You could do Voit. Be a right-handed bat. You could DH there. Wait, here we go. So Voit, he's not going to cost you a lot. About $3 million of value. Send back a prospect. There's a super chat coming in. There it is. Jimmy Productions, $1.99. Torres and Hicks for Lariano. See, I was just talking about that earlier. Yeah, it's coming in really slow right now. Probably we're getting a ton of subscribers coming in. But, yeah, I would imagine probably Lariano's probably going to end up staying, man. I don't think they're going to... He's going to cost too much. He's going to cost too much, man. But Voit, he could definitely go to the Phillies. I could see this. You really only have to give up a couple of, lower level prospects. There's a lot of places Voit could go. So don't be surprised. Again, if you trade for Olsen, I think the odd man out would have to be Torres. Unless I'm not thinking of something here. I don't know. Can anyone give me another idea here? Because again, you're not trading LeMahieu. So, and you're not moving him anywhere. So he would move to second. Torres would be bye-bye. But who could use a second baseman? I don't think teams see Torres as a shortstop anymore. But let's take a look here. Probably not the Orioles. Probably not the Pirates. Probably not the Nationals. Probably not the White Sox. Especially after bringing in Harrison. I would imagine they'd probably trade him to a team that's not contending. Could you maybe do the Angels? Could Torres? You could have Torres play second there. And Fletcher could move to short. Remy V1, there's a 499 super chat. Thank you so much. Hector Gomez Soler. Who was that? Oh, I see what you're saying now. Oh, Soler. Oh, yeah, because if the Dodgers missed out on if they missed out on Cruz, well, now you can hold on. I gotta follow Hector Gomez. Baseball Sports Talk. There's the super chat. So yeah, I think Voit could be a fit for the Phillies. Let me follow Hector Gomez. But he said here, now that the Nationals have agreed to a deal with Nelson Cruz, the Dodgers are intensifying on pursuit for Jorge Soler. So Jorge Soler could be seeing himself maybe going to the LA Dodgers. Now, A-Rod 34, I don't think Glaber to the White Sox. I don't see that happening. Fesco, Campusano, Abrams. I mean, maybe. Nah, they wouldn't take Hosmer. They wouldn't take it. Derek Bowman, Soler would be a great fit in LA. Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be a nice bat for them. He would basically be what Pujols was. You know, he wouldn't play first, but just basically be a guy that can, DH. Play a little outfield sometimes. What else are we saying? Yankees 286. The donations they're coming in slow right now because we're getting a lot of subscribers. Let me speed up here. Let me go. I'm going to go sign on my Streamlabs. And just kind of speed everything up a little bit. Okay, here we go. Had to do this the other night because we were just getting a ton of subscribers. Richie Santiago just subscribed. Thank you so much. Here we go. Subscribers. Wait, no, general settings. Here we go. Just going to speed this up a little bit. Okay. And super chats. Let's have... So I'll speed it up, but every time a super chat comes in, that'll hang out on the screen a little longer. Okay, this should be better now. General settings. Okay. This should move quicker now. Should move a little quicker. But let's get back here. Still got 1,300 people in the chat. Everyone, thank you for stopping by. Alrighty. So, they're actually talking about it here. Let's take a listen. Let me turn off the music here. Let me turn up the volume.
Andy, what's your takeaway from this Yankees Twins trade?
Well, talking to Yankee people, Eamon, they feel that they've addressed multiple problems at once. It was very, very clear to me from talking to Yankee people over the past couple weeks and months that they were intent on improving the offense in a major way. Obviously, a allows them to feel that they did that. They've addressed shortstop. It was pretty much always going to be a stopgap at shortstop. And
Let me read that really quick. Josh Bricker, $1.99. Torres, Dominguez, and Voit for Olson and Laureano. Now, that's not going to get it done, Josh. Yeah, Dominguez, his value right now is around like 22, 23 million. Torres is at around 10. Voit is at around like 3. So that's not going to get it done. Laureano and Olson, that's going to be almost $100 million worth of value. Yankees, 286, 499 Super Chat. I don't know how I feel about the trade. Falefa could catch. I don't think Falefa is going to catch. He's playing short. He's not catching. So we could still get Correa. I don't think that's happening. He's definitely playing short. I've seen a few people say that now. He's not catching. He's playing short. E. Gonzalez, $1.99. Quick moment of silence for Falefa's beard. As a man that has a beard myself, I will definitely send my condolences. Man, oh man. But let's get back here.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is a guy that can.
Hold on, another super chat coming through.
Prospect Anthony.
Funky Monkey, $5. Do you think Twins are selling now or restructuring? They're restructuring. No, they're not selling. No, they're bringing in Urshela. Urshela's a good player. You know, I think they're opening up payroll to sign someone. I think that's going to be Story or maybe, I don't think Correa. I think it's going to be Story. Elliot Powers, thank you for subscribing.
Volpe is ready, and they're also excited about Ben Rortvedt, the catcher, and that's going to be their catching tandem, Rortvedt and Kyle Higashioka. So they feel like they got better.
Is this the big move of the Yankees offseason, or is there another one coming?
First base is still something to watch, I'm told. Just in a few moments before we came on the air, I was asking sources about that, and I wouldn't rule out a Rizzo reunion. I wouldn't rule out necessarily Freddie Freeman, although I'm hearing some other teams are a little more aggressive. It's not time to close the book on that. And actually, Luke Voit came into camp in really good shape. DJ LeMahieu could play first, so there's a lot of options there. And they're still looking for some pitching depth, so they're not done. This is a splash, but I could see potentially another one at first base.
Did mention Olson. I don't think Olson. I don't know, everyone. They love Gleyber Torres. Wander Franco with a $9.99. Donaldson was super critical of Cole. Let's talk about this during the spider tack issue, so that could be interesting. Also, I called Donaldson starting beef with the Rays. I think Donaldson, that's a guy, he's very outspoken. Garrett Cole doesn't mind speaking his mind. They're going to talk about it. You know, it'll be awkward. They'll talk about it. They're men. They'll settle that. But listen here, the Yankees love Gleyber Torres. They kept him at shortstop for so long. I think it's okay to part with Gary Sanchez. Gleyber Torres, I don't think they're ready to give up on Torres yet. I don't know, man. I don't think they're ready. Oh, is that super chat loud? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn down that volume. Let me come back to you here. Oh, the volume on here, it's just so inconsistent. Let's turn it down here. Here we go, super chats. Yeah, volume is pretty loud. Let's go down to 40%. I think that would be good. Okay. All right. Super chats should be a little lower with the volume. Let's go back here. Let's see if there's any other news. If anyone is just coming in, bombshell of a trade. All right, so I don't know. Are we going to see anything for the rest of the night? It's getting a little late now. But, man, this is nuts. So, if I were to give a final prediction on this, I don't think they're going to, I don't know, man. Like, I think they can just stick with LeMahieu at first. But they only have one left-handed bat. So now they're back to like that big, that heavy right-handed lineup. So they got to move Gleyber, right? I mean, they moved Gary Sanchez. You know, they loved Gary Sanchez and Gleyber Torres. They were so stubborn about those guys. And they finally got rid of Gary Sanchez. Is Gleyber Torres the next guy? I mean, I don't know. I think he has to be. If you want to add, like, to me, I think it makes a lot of sense if you trade Gleyber, LeMahieu goes to second, and then you can get Olsen or Rizzo. Man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Another volume. Whoops. There we go. Turn that down. Good old Stanley. Joel Sherman. Why? Come on. What? We're not talking about March Madness right now. We're talking trades right now, my friend. But as for the Twins, let's talk about the Twins. We're kind of focusing on the Yankees very heavily here. Man. Look at that. Gio Urshela as a Twin. They have Gary Sanchez now as the catcher. I mean, Ryan Jeffers is now... I don't think that's going to be... Gary Sanchez is not going to be there. So, I definitely think it's going to be Jeffers. The Twins are going to do the smart thing and have him as the DH. That's what you need to do. I swear, if they have Gary Sanchez as their opening day catcher, I'm going to lose my mind. So, but you have Jorge Polanco now at short. Well, so I guess maybe they don't need to add a shortstop. I mean, if you had Arias, maybe you could have Arias as like your utility guy. I mean, Arias was good last year. Hit 294. Not a lot of power, though. So, if you want to improve the Twins, you have Arias as your... I mean, they do have a lot of power here for projection-wise. You got Polanco, Sano. I mean, you are adding power with Gary Sanchez. I mean, despite a low batting average and a low on base, you're still getting a power with him. And Urshela is a pretty decent bat. I guess it depends. Like, with Arias, with him, he's going to be okay on the bases. But I would imagine maybe Arias can be like your super utility guy. And Story, you can have Polanco play second, and then Story is your shortstop. And then that's a pretty good-looking lineup. Oh, is it Aries? Okay, Aries. Arise? Arise? Oh, Arise. Okay. Luis Arise. Luis Arise. There's some tough names out there, man. Tough names. But, wow, everyone. Bombshell. You got to think Juan Soto's happy with Nelson Cruz, man. Juan Soto. Got to love it. Man. I was not I'm going to be honest, everyone. I was sitting here. I'm like, man, is it going to be another night of just no signings, nothing? You know? Like, come on. I'm sure I saw Talking Yanks was live. Man, I can't. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I do think it's really good for... I think it's good for both sides. I think for the Yankees, it's funny because Donaldson is the bigger name, but I love Kiner-Falefa for them. I really do. I think that it adds what they need. It makes the Yankees a little more well-rounded, but they're still keeping power in that lineup. That's why I think the Yankees, they were okay with just taking on that contract. They were okay with like losing the trade. So, Dr. Touchdown, what's going on? Starting to feel like signing 3 pitchers is all the Cardinals are going to do this offseason. No real huge moves, no Story, no big DH. I never saw them going after Story, to be honest. I just never did. But now the Yankees, I thought maybe they could sign DeYoung, or they could trade for DeYoung, and then that could maybe, open up something for the Cardinals possibly. But I think the Cardinals, they'll get another bullpen guy. So I see them doing that. But I do like this for the Twins. They get rid of that contract. The Donaldson contract looked good. It did look good when they did it, but it just didn't work out. Like, he just was getting hurt a lot. But I really like it for the Yankees because they're adding a different dimension that their lineup did not have last year. They're still adding power with Josh Donaldson. But I really love it for the Twins too. I really like Gio Urshela as a player. Great defense. That's going to help them a lot. And, but it clears the payroll of Donaldson. So now if they really wanted to, they could go make another move. They could go get Story. I don't think they'll do Correa. Don't think that's going to happen. So. Heyman says, not sure I've seen both teams so pleased. Oh, I've been basically sitting here saying I like it for both sides. Yankees upgraded at third and short. Well, they didn't have a shortstop. And finally cut the cord. That's another big thing. I love that the Yankees did that. Finally. God, I'm a Red Sox fan, obviously. And I am, screaming at the Yankees. Why are you still hanging on to this guy? He is not your catcher. Watch. Gary Sanchez? Watch. He'll be a DH and he'll hit 30 home runs. He'll hit 30, 40 home runs a year. Watch. Because that's what the Yankees should have done. But I guess to be fair to them, they couldn't really do that because they had Stanton. So the Twins saving money. Yeah, me and John Heyman are basically saying the same things. So awesome, man. Awesome. Let's go to that. Let's go to the Yankees Twitter here. Let's go to that post that they had. Oh, look at the photoshops. Oh no. They still have the beards. Ah. Yeah, dude. Gio Urshela, man, I really liked him on the Yankees. I did. Let's see what Yankee fans are saying about Gary Sanchez. Oh, nope, you're not getting Correa now. Wonder what John Boy thinks. John Boy, I don't know what he always thought Gary Sanchez was the next best thing since sliced bread. And I'm thinking, what the heck? Like, what? The guy, yeah, he can hit moonshots, but he was killing you behind the plate. Like, I don't think some people realize how important the catching position is. You are like the quarterback of the field, you know, like, and you're letting balls get by you and just like, you can't catch anything and just, is he really not happy? No, he's not. Lord Salamander 09. John Boy's not happy about this trade? Are they kidding? They should really like this trade. I like it a lot. Kiner-Falefa, I love that. Oh man, no Twins. Okay. Well, I guess the Twins, they're okay with Polanco and Arise. So, the Yankees are in on Story. Huh? Bryden Lawson, $5 super chat. Been a fun night. Hey, thank you for being out here, my friend. Wow, they don't like the trade? Are they serious? Seriously? Talking Yanks, they don't like this trade. Why? Why don't you like it? What is wrong with it? I mean, I like it. I think it's good for the Yankees. You're getting power. Josh Donaldson, if healthy, he is an upgrade over Gio Urshela. Like, Donaldson's going to be, and you know what Donaldson's going to bring to the Yankees? He's going to bring a little swagger. You know? He's going to bring a little energy to that team. He's going to bring some oomph to that team a little bit. You know? Like, those guys, talking Yanks, they were saying last year, you know, like, let me talk to you about talking Yanks here a little bit. Last year, they were saying, man, this Yankee team, there's no personality on this team. They were talking about how the Red Sox, they did the home run cart and everything. And, you know, every time someone hit a home run, someone would get in the cart and they would push him through the dugout. And, you know, you're adding some personality here with Josh Donaldson. Yeah, he's going to be outspoken. He's going to speak his mind. But he's going to bring some energy. And, you know, I like it. I like it. I mean, what do I know? I'm just a potato sitting at my desk. But I love Kiner-Falefa. I keep saying that. I really do. Dude, at JD Sports Zone, if Donaldson can bring that Blue Jays energy, he will go off. I like this trade for the Yankees. I don't know why, but like they're talking about last year, like, oh, they have no personality. But, okay, so we're bringing in Donaldson now. He's an outspoken guy. He's definitely going to add some energy. That's for sure. Hey, if Donaldson hits you 35 home runs next year, I guarantee you're not going to be saying the same. You're going to be okay with it. I see some people in the chat, Donaldson a cancer in the clubhouse. I mean, hey, people in Toronto loved him. People in Toronto loved him. Danny Duffy to the Orioles, per Raul Ramos. I was talking about Danny Duffy earlier, a few nights ago, and I was saying maybe the Orioles could be a spot for him, but I figured they already had so many lefties in the rotation. So, but hey, Danny Duffy. Where are we at for likes, everyone? Oh, we're at 832 likes, everyone. We're getting close to 1,000. We're getting close to 1,000, everyone. But, all right, well, it's cooled down now. It's cooled down now. I might get out of here in a little bit, man. It's, that got crazy. Wow. That got really crazy. Overall, I like this move for both sides. The Twins clear payroll. What do they do with that payroll? I'm not sure. But I like that they got rid of Donaldson. But I think if there was a team out there, I didn't expect the Yankees to be that team. But I like Falefa going there. But hey, I mean, is Falefa going to be your guy? I mean, now that, because we just saw this tweet earlier that, let me refresh here. That the Yankees are interested in Trevor Story. Also, look at the Guardians. Look at the Guardians getting in on Trevor Story, huh? Well, it looks like Trevor Story to the Red Sox. That's not going to happen. But, look, I mean, hey, look at the Cardinals, man. I don't know. Could the Cardinals maybe get him? Matthew Lombardi, what's going on? How are we doing? There's a lot left to happen, everyone. We got a couple of days. I think it's going to keep being crazy over the next couple of days. Man. Alex Silver, Kiner-Falefa getting traded more than a hot potato. Did Kiner-Falefa show up with the Twins camp today? I didn't see anything about that. What else we got here? If Correa doesn't stay in Houston, Story will be at Astro. I think you can, I don't know. Is Kiner-Falefa going to stay with the Yankees? As I'm saying, I'm not going to. It's funny because you're seeing this tweet right here. I'm not sure how accurate this is. But the Yankees are still interested in Story. I don't see how they would be unless Falefa is going to be on the move again. Oh, Mitchell, that's hilarious. So Kiner-Falefa showed up to Twins camp today. He met Rocco Baldelli, and then he just got traded. Ryan, Yankees being interested in Story could be old news at this point. Oh, man, there's a lot, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. Heim, where are you at? Heim, let's make some trades. Come on, Heim. It's time to stop looking for deals on Amazon. Let's go make some trades. Yuki Loho, just subscribe. What's going on? Everyone, one more time. I'm just going to say it one more time. We're so close to 1,000 likes. We're at 877. We're close to 900. We are within 200 subscribers, everyone, of 20,000 subscribers. Wow. Wow. Crazy, man. The goal was 20K by opening day. And we're getting close. I mean, we got a month. Less than a month to get to 20K, man. Odd villain, not liking the deal, horrible deal. Story won't sign until Correa does. I wonder, because you usually think probably the best guy is going to go first. But could Story just end up signing somewhere? I don't know. We got some new tweets. Hector Gomez. They got to love this, man. That is pretty cool. Juan Soto, Nelson Cruz. Man. Rob, Falefa is one of the best bench utility players. He can play anywhere, so Story or Correa could still be very real. Yeah, that is another. Yeah, that is too. Do the Yankees see Falefa as a starter? Do they see him as more of maybe like that Tyler Wade kind of spot, where like that bench piece? So they did bring in Jose Peraza, but Kiner-Falefa could essentially just move to the bench. So that could happen. Daily Mets coverage, man. You got to stop with the spam, dude. Gotta stop with the spam, dude. So, I keep seeing the Falefa at catcher. Falefa is not playing catcher. It's not happening. You got Higashioka and you got Rortvet. Falefa is not playing catcher. He is going to be your shortstop, or he'll be on the bench. So, Cam Lou, I don't think the Twins are done. I think they end up doing something else. Joe West, where is Correa going to get 300 plus? Astros didn't want to go there. Yankees, Cubs. I don't know, man. I think he ends up taking either a 1-year deal with the Astros, or a shocker team pops up and signs him. Like the Orioles or something. You know? I don't know, man. Vance Kaufman, Twins fans not happy. You know, I don't know. I do like this for the Twins. I just like Urshela. Out of all the Yankees, I did like Urshela a lot. So, but yeah. All right, everyone. I mean, that got crazy there. It looks like everything's going to settle down. I'll check the notifications one more time. It doesn't look like we got anything new, but the breaking news. Wow. Never would have thought Josh Donaldson would be on the Yankees. Never would have thought. Crazy. That was a bomb. That was nuts. We were pretty much done. We were pretty much done. And we were talking about, you know, we were talking about Nelson Cruz and like where he was going to go. And then, you know, and then all of a sudden he signed with the Nationals, and then all of a sudden this happened, and it was like, what the heck is happening? So that blew my mind. So anyway, but wow, that ended up being a fun night, everyone. That ended up being a really fun night. I want to thank you all for coming by. Man, we just got a ton of new subscribers too. We got a lot of new members tonight. We got to 926 likes. 926 likes, everyone. That is just nuts. But everyone, I got something in my beard. There we go. It's gone now. So everyone, I'm going to get out of here if you can. I know I keep saying it, but hit that like button before you get out of here. Let's see if we can get to 1K likes. Subscribe if you are new and you have not done that. Fun night, everyone. That ended up being a blast. Wow. Not very often we're live when we have a bombshell go down like that. So, everyone, thank you so much. I appreciate you all coming by. Most likely, I will be back tomorrow night. Definitely going to be back tomorrow night. I don't see why I wouldn't be. But, everyone, go get some rest. I think we're in the clear for tonight. I think we're safe. I don't think we're going to wake up to anything crazy. Maybe we could. Maybe. But I'm out of here, everyone. Have yourself a good rest of your night, and I'll talk to you next time.